right, markets are now open. They were closed. We had a short week last week, and now we're open for business now, right? So let's dive in right away and take a look at gold. Um, Taking a look at this off the daily. This is what I notice here, right? So, I mean, look at this candle. No bottom wick, no top wick. This previous daily candle closed with no bottom wick. I'm trying to see if we can. I'm trying to identify. Let me see how I can show you this. I marked this up off the weekly. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my time and draw this up for you guys here. Let me draw this trend line from here, right? Let me make this adjustment here. Right. So, looking at this on the weekly time frame, right? Two things. This current weekly candle has no bottom wick, right? But we're ripping up, and we're coming into this trend line that I marked up, goes way back to the highs from, I'll show you, from about August of 2011. And yeah, we're coming right into it right now. So I do kind of expect some sort of pullback. I mean, look at gold. Look at this. Yeah, I am expecting some sort of a pullback here. So with that said, I think we could potentially tap in. I mean, we already made a little bit of a wick here, and we're starting to pull back down, but we're trading at about 34.29 or so. So we might tap into this 34.50 range, perhaps. Just make a tap in there, but I'm expecting this level to hold off the weekly here. But just something to look at off the weekly time frame. But let's drop it down to the 4-hour. And yeah, a couple of things. So we do have a gap here to fill, right? We have this gap here, right around this support area. So we'll do this, right? Doing something like that. And yeah, I could expect a correction back down to about 33.15 or more or less, right? We should expect a bit of a correction before we drive up. I think the likely target's right around that 4,000 range. It should push up that way, but I would expect a little bit of a pullback, right? So we got 34 minutes of this candle closure. You know, it's trading doji. It was bullish. Previous candle before that was a weak bearish candle. Not good. Everything's looking extremely bullish. Now look at this 1 hour. Look how we pulled down right into this support level right here. Look at that. Boom. Formed this. We kind of chopped a little bit earlier in the morning. Then we made a bit of a run up and opened up with a small gap here. Just got filled. Tapped into support, and now it's flipping. Now, what I would say, currently, right, we have about 33 minutes of this candle closure. If we come up and re-break this high, I might have a buy stop here if this candle can flip bullish. We'll wait and see. But we did get a strong push down, and now this thing just flipped right back up. So again, everything is bullish on gold, extremely bullish. But we do have a gap to fill down here. That's what is it? I feel 33, about 33.28. So yeah, I mean that's a whole 1,000 pips from where it is right now. That's a long drop down. Yeah, let's wait and see for this candle to print here. But if we, after making this bottom wick, if this candle does flip bullish in the next 32 minutes, I'm looking at buys here. That's my call here on that. But we'll wait. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ for now. Let's take a look at the daily NASDAQ. All right, so this is what we have on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been dropping today. We did make a bit of that was a strong rally. I think this was on Wednesday, was it? Yeah. Yeah, this was Wednesday's rally after, coming down, making these lows here. We rallied up and then kind of ranged a little bit. But now we're starting to roll over here. Daily, I mean, we have these support and resistance levels right here like this. We're kind of in this range off the daily, but um, from the intraday, we can definitely look for a position. Now, there's a gap to fill up here on the Nasdaq, but we do have a couple of key levels that have been broken. So we had this support level as this candle wicked here off the 4 hour, and look at how we broke below. Now we're coming up to retest, right? So we can come up to this 18,014, 18, what is that? 18,050, something like that. We can kind of pop up here, retest, then we can kind of get the push and the drive down, right? I would expect a little bit of a push up, right? And then we should see something coming down. I think we're going to come out and take these lows down here. So yeah, we're going to come down, at least fill the range here. Once we come up and retest, we should continue down. So I'll be looking for sells if we can come up, if this resistance level can hold. Because remember, if we do close above, then we can potentially look to target the gap fill up here. But if this level holds, we're going to continue to drive down here, gang. Yeah. All right. Then off the 1 hour, let's take a look. All right. The 1 hour has its key support and resistance levels, right? So we have this level here and that 4 hour level. Where is it? Right there. All right. So this is how I'm looking at this, right? So we made a push up, little correction, push up, maybe a little correction. We can continue to come up to around this level here, right around this support here. I'll potentially look for a sell opportunity to come back down and take out the lows down here. That's the play on the Nasdaq for me. But if we do close above here, we're targeting the top of the range and probably this gap fill right here. So it might come up to about that 18,800 price range. So let's see. Is this the reversal up to fill the gap before we make a bigger drop down? Because I think this thing is coming down all the way here. This is my next target overall. We're coming all the way down here. That's about 16,400. So big moves on the Nasdaq I'm expecting. But yeah, so we have this downtrend. We have down the drop from here, right? Correction, another drop. Now we're getting this correction, right? It might come up again to this area here, and then we should continue and take out these lows here and continue to drop. All right, gang. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm waiting on, and let's see what happens. Let's keep an eye on gold now for the moment. We got about 30 minutes of this candle closure. Keeping an eye to see if this 1 hour is going to close bullish. Yeah, we made a nice drop, very nice drop to support here, and bounce nicely right off of it. So yeah, let's see if this thing is going to continue to flip. Especially if we take out these highs here, it's going to come up. Remember that weekly trend line right around this 34.50, 53 range. So this could have been the wick that tested that level here. And then, we got this push down. Now we're kind of bouncing off the support, but if we pull back down and get a nice strong bearish closure, then we will probably wait to see if this level is going to break. But I'll draw up the new resistance level that has been formed. So there's a new resistance here, all-time highs on gold here on that wick. So we're forming a resistance level here off the 1 hour. 30-minute also, well, that resistance up here off the 30-minute. But yeah, we got a nice bounce here. And now the 30-minute, after pushing up, it might look to flip bearish. So we have to wait and see. Unless this was the push down, and now we're going to come back up, and if we re-break these highs, this thing is going to push up. So let's stay patient and wait. We got a brand new 4-hour candle coming up in about 27 minutes or so. All right, gang. So let's hang tight. All right. Hey, Fluidity, what's going on, my brother? Welcome to the stream. You've been holding from 2984. My goodness, bro, what a bag. Fluidity, that's nuts, bro. I mean, I caught 1,000 pips on a buy, but jeez, 289. What is that? 294. Yo, no way. Holy moly. Oh yeah. After this, okay. So I see what you got in on this breakout here. Wow. Literally, what a freaking trade, bro. Yeah. Once this thing popped off, you're gone. Jesus. Amazing, bro. Congratulations. That's an amazing trade. Yeah, you're still holding that, bro. That's insane. Insane, bro. Fantastic, fantastic, bro. Literally, this gold, bro. I mean, what are your thoughts? Jeez. I mean, look at this move. We do have a gap fill down here. I'm not gonna lie. This thing could. All I say, look, if we break this support level here, I know I'm expecting a correction down. I mean, I really believe it'll come back down to test these areas down here. I mean, probably, yeah, probably might even be this level. I mean, we do have a gap fill, but this looks a lot more attractive down here. Yeah, so this support right here, we do have a gap fill here. Yeah, now we have a new resistance and a new support. So we're in this range. This is what I'm looking at right now. This is where I'm at. We can easily push back up, re-break the highs, and create new all-time highs. But um, I think we could expect a bit of a move down. I mean, we need a correction or something, like a good correction. You know, probably similar to this one. I mean, what was this correction here? What was this right here? From here. Yeah, that's not bad. That was about 2%, 2.5%. It's probably gonna be bigger. Yeah, I'm expecting at least a 10% correction from the high here. So what's this still support? This is like a 4.5%. Yeah, we're gonna get something probably much bigger than that. That's 10% down here. Yeah, it might even come down here. All right. Either way, I'll definitely be ready for some sales, but I'm expecting pretty decent correction on gold. You know, somewhere back down here to 3,300 or so before we bounce off and go up to what we're looking at, like 4,000, easy. Yeah, yeah, the retracement down to 3,000. That's what I'm. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about 3,000. You know, there's a gap fill here too. What's this gap fill? 3175. I mean, this. Man, I don't. Man, I don't think it'll come all the way back down to this level. This is about 3,000 right here. Where is it? Yeah, this is 3,000 right here. Damn. I don't know. I don't know if it'll come back down that far, especially with the way things are going now, the economic data that we're getting these days with tariffs and all. But listen, if the tariff war ends, I mean, you know, peace in Ukraine and Russia too can take this all the way back down, no doubt. But yeah, look, we got a gap fill to target here. We got this support level here, right after this major breakout here. So I would expect a decent correction about this level down here, around 32.90, and then we get a bounce from there, hopefully. But yeah, look, it's coming right back down. It's starting to push down. How's that 30-minute looking? Yeah, look at that 30-minute, previous 30-minute close bearish, made a top hook, now it's coming down. Same concept, right? If we come down and re-break the previous 30 lows, we should continue to drive down. But I'm more likely than not going to take this off the 1 hour here. But I want a closure below this level here. That's going to be the play for me. I need a closure below. This is a strong level of support. I mean, look at this wick, 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 wick. So yeah, a lot of rejection off this level here. And now we came and tapped right into it, right? Filling the Sunday, sorry, the current day gap here at Asia Open. So we got this little gap here, pulled up, made a new all-time high, comes down, fills the gap, but respects this support level here. and then it popped up a little bit. Now it's starting to kind of come back down. So yeah, we got about 21 minutes. 21 minutes, a long time. This thing can flip right back up in 21 minutes. Also anticipating some volume to come in, around that 9:30, 10 p.m. Eastern time. We usually get a little volume, so I'm I'm prepared to take these sells. I mean, I know. Listen, my bias is extremely bullish. I am looking for some buy positions, but I'm expecting a pullback, and if I can take advantage of a 40, 50 pip drop on gold, I'm definitely gonna take advantage of it. So let's see. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and help support the channel, right? We come on here, we go over the charts, we go over the markets. I try to share my view, my analysis with everyone, and yeah, hopefully help you guys make some money in the markets, and not so much the money, but also just to share the knowledge, spread the knowledge, and spend some time with you guys here on stream. But yeah, gold is bullish 100%. You know. But as intraday traders, we come into these smaller time frames, these 30-minute, 1 hour, uh, maybe even the 4 hour, but mostly the 1 hour for me. Um, we take some solid entries. When we see some key levels of support, or in this case support, but whether it's support or resistance, and we take our entries. Right, we wait for the break of the lows, we get it to run down, and we can make some profits. While we're looking at this correction on gold. But once we're down in this range down here, if we can come back, because listen, this level might get respected, and we can start seeing it pull up, break this new resistance it formed, and we get a closure above here. Yeah, then this thing is probably going to continue to push up. But patience is key. Patience is key. So let's keep an eye on this level. This is the range we're in here, right? This is the no trade range for us. So we wait for either a breakout here or a breakout above here. So let's stay disciplined, gang. Yeah, let's take a look at the 4 hour real quick here. All right, so yeah, well, it's flipping bearish here. It came down actually. Well, initially I think it popped up first, then we came down, made this bottom wick. So we got that gap fill that we saw there on the 1 hour, and now it's bouncing back up, and this could potentially close bullish. It's possible, but we get a bearish close on the 4 hour here. Be very interesting. We might see a bit of a pullback here. But Asia, London's notorious for. Look at this. A lot of this bull run here has been off the London session. This is all London. Yeah. Let's see. I want to see something similar to this, you know, get a nice little pullback here, you know, could drop about maybe 100 to 150 pips or so, maybe 200 pips, get a nice pullback here, and then boom. But it could easily flip, okay? Yeah, this is the buy I caught on my signals platform with my platform members. We caught it down here at 32.85. So once this thing wicked up, formed the support, we made this top wick. When we got the bullish closure, I took the buys in right here. Probably mid this candle here, and we took the buys up, and it just ran. And my TP was 3,400 even, so it hit TP right around here, full TP. Well, my runner did. But yeah, we caught about 1,150 pips or so, something like that. It was an amazing trade. I caught pretty much this whole run up, right from this level here, all the way up to 3,400. Hey, Jose Trades, welcome, my brother, welcome. Happy Easter. All right. Oh, 34.17. Let me take a look at that. You took that you take that off the 1 hour, 34.17. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, you're in profit right now. Oh, you probably anticipated this bounce, right? I mean, I did printed out this support here. I marked it up. When we came down, you probably got in when it started respecting that, and once it reflipped, you got in. Yeah, 34.17 right around here. Yeah. Yeah. We got 14 minutes. I mean, if this thing flips bullish, means the 4 hour is going to close bullish. Also, this flips bullish, gang. We can flip bullish in the next 14 minutes and get a bullish closure, breaking the current highs. I'll wait for a bottom wick on the next candle, and I'll take this thing. I'll take this thing all the way up. I mean, we don't have any resistance levels to mark it up, but I would at least take and grab this wick here, maybe give it to 34.50 for the TP up there somewhere. But yeah. Otherwise, again, I'm anticipating a correction. If you missed the analysis, that weekly trend line from the weekly time frame, it's tapping right around this area here, maybe a little higher, around 34.50, 53-ish, right up here. There's a trend line that I have. So I have that price range there where I'm expecting right around this range here. From this wick high here, all-time high, maybe a little higher. I said 34.53-ish. I'm expecting some sort of correction down, and the target I have is all the way down to the support at 32.90. So yeah, I'm anticipating a pullback at some point here on gold. But you know, this was a pretty decent pullback here, and then we got look at that pop. I mean, it's insane. Then after that, you know, these pullbacks are very, you know, it's an impulse, little correction, consolidation. We got nice, nice move up here. Then we have some consolidation. Then it popped up here at Asia Open, and now we're making this correction. So yeah, gold is bullish, gang. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, you're about 40 pips away from that TP, Jose. You're getting close. Nasdaq running wild too. Yeah, this I'm waiting. I already marked this up. I mean, this is where I really want this correction up here, but I think once before it came up and kind of rolled over right before that, the top of the range. So, but I don't like trading the Nasdaq too much. Early Asia, maybe during London we get some more volatility, but if I'm going to take the sells here, it's either a break of this low here or a closure below the support, or we can retest this high up here, this top of the range here. But otherwise, probably going to stay out. So yeah, gold is the hot ticket right now. Oh, you got in. Well, let me look at it for you. Are you selling it though, Jose? What are you doing with it? Oh, you taking the buys up to the top, or you're taking the push down? Let's see. What was your entry? You said. Oh, from the bottom of the 30-minute. Oh, you took buys then. From the bottom of this. Yeah, Jose. What is it? Oh, so from this current 30. It looks. Yeah, this could be your. Hold on. Yeah, this should be your TP right here if you're taking that 52.27. If you took that, Jose. Yeah, it should probably come up here, but then right when it gets up to that 52.20, 27 level, yeah, you should be looking for the move back down. But again, right, this thing can roll over. So then on the S&P, definitely this level. But then we have this, right? We can take this off the 30. See this consolidation here, and then it popped up. It formed this support. We got a closure below here, and we can take it down. So yeah, keep an eye on those levels. A closure below here, especially a closure below here, you can definitely take those sells down. Yeah, tight stops. I mean, listen, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with taking a swing at it. As long as you're not over risking and manage your risk, you should be fine. Okay, you took partials at 34.28. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if man, this is a nice bounce off the support level, gang. But in 7 minutes, I mean, this 1 hour is still gonna close pretty strong bearish if it closes now. But if the next candle, right, if the next 1 hour candle can come up, it could re-break the highs, then it can reflip bearish. If that happens, then I'll be looking for sells right off the bat. But if we push up and close above here, then it might come up and grab this wick and potentially even make a new all-time high. It's all a matter of being patient and waiting. All right, got a little over 5 minutes. You see this 4 hour might close bearish. Um, yeah, look at this candle here. This candle, very similar bodies here. We got these bearish closures here, and was followed by a pretty decent correction here. So here we might start getting that, but off the 4 hour it might take longer to develop. But a lot of times we get a bearish closure on the 4 hour. I usually wait for a top wick. Right, this top wick might come out, grab the liquidity here, and take out the previous highs, make a new all-time high, and then reflip. And on that reflip, we can take that wick entry down, but it's it's very tricky to do that because gold is so bullish. All right, 3 minutes, gang. Let's give this candle some time and wait to see how the next candle is gonna print. But it seems to me like we're gonna close bearish here on the 1 hour, more like. Let me see if I can. All right, if the next 1 hour candle, right? I'd say if we come down and re-break the lows. Once we take out the lows here, um, I might be inclined to take the buys up here, anticipating that this level might respect here. Probably have some tight stops on that, but I might take the buys up if we come down to grab this wick first. That might be a move I'd be interested in here. What is it saying on gold here about rally extending? Let's take a look. This is an hour ago. Let's take a look at this real quick. All right, so the rally can potentially extend to 3,500. OZ market talk, right? All right, concerns for the outlook of the U.S. growth and global economy driven by Trump's tariffs are likely to combine with strong demand from central banks and institutions, including from China. Yeah, China buys a bunch of gold to drive gold investment demand more than 110%. Yeah, this is yeah. Yeah, I mean these are predictions. I mean Goldman Sachs has gold hitting 4,500. So these predictions, you know, but this is all the institutions you know, speaking on that per se. So, you know, we can use that as a bias, but I wouldn't get too crazy. All right, we're gonna get that closure now in about 30 seconds, right? Yeah, I'll execute if we grab liquidity first, right? It's a possibility, but it'll be with tight stops for sure. Otherwise, you know, it'll probably be the break of the highs for me. All right, 5 seconds. Okay, so we closed bearish. What was that 4 hour look like? Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, 30-minute. Look at this. So 30 minutes already rolling over here. We tested the support once off the 30, then kind of closing the middle. All right, here we go. This could be the look, gang, but again, we gotta break the lows first. If we don't, then it'll be the break of the highs, right? Yeah, the 4 hour closed bearish. Yeah, let me see. It flipped on it, Jose. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, look, it did flip up a little bit. This thing might want to start with. I mean, it looks like it's ranging, but again, at this time of day, during this market, you know, the indices don't really move much. But this thing could definitely make a run up. I told you, it might come up to right this level, about 52.27 or so. You're holding that S&P 500 trade, you might want to look for that level. All right. Ooh, okay, goldy gold. Hey, this could have been it. So it took out the previous 30. All right, so we just broke the previous 30 highs here. Yeah, this thing could flip. We break the highs here, we're gonna come up. How many pips is this, gang? Yo, hold on a second. What am I looking at here? All right. Huh. It's about 80 pips, right? Gang, what are we looking at here, gang? Right, so we already know we grabbed those wicks on that. We already broke the previous 30 highs here. And this thing might want to run up here. I don't want to make, yeah, the stops are kind of steep. I mean, what's that 30-minute? Yeah, stops are a little steep for me right there. I mean, the entry, as far as where it is now, you know, anticipating that we already took out the highs, but you know, technically the stop loss is just too big for my liking. You know, I can't take that risk. Not 100 pips. Yeah, I would advise the same, Jose. I would just do the same. You know, go BE. Don't risk. We already made this wick. I mean, this thing could reflip, but the fact that we took out the 30 highs, I thought we would make a bigger push up, but and we still can. But I want to see a steeper pullback. I don't mind using current candle lows. No top wick on this 15-minute high. Dang, I might be taking this buy here. Uh, no. Now it has to yeah, so now we made this correction on the 30-minute after respecting the low here. So if we get a bullish closure here, then I'll be inclined to look for potential buys if we get a pullback in the next scan. So yeah, so I'm gonna wait for 30-minute closures here, right? That's gonna be my play tonight. It looks very attractive, but I want a lower risk on it if I'm gonna. Yeah, my bias is bullish either way, so I'll wait. Gang, let's wait for this 30-minute closure here. I mean, if it runs without us, it is what it is. But I think that after making this little correction here, if we can get this support to be formed, as a matter of fact, I'll draw it up right here. Let me move this up. Use the same line right here. All right, so we created that 30-minute support here. I feel that if we can close bullish here, we're gonna run up and grab this. Let's keep it on the 30 here real quick, and I just want to see how this is gonna play out here. So very. What if this thing reflips? I mean, 23 minutes, a lot of time. This could be a top wick for it to flip. If it starts to come down, gang, if this 30-minute reflips and re-breaks its own low, I'll take a sell at the break of the lows here, and take the ride now. But if we get a bullish closure here on the 30-minute, then what we can expect is a pullback on the new candle, so then continue to move up. So my experience, that's how it usually plays out. So yeah, I'll wait. But yeah, let me take a 5-minute break here, gang. While we wait, I am waiting for the 30-minute closure. So let's just hang tight, and need to go get some water. Go ahead and do that. Need to get something to drink, something to eat. We got 23 minutes, and I'll be right back, gang. All right, hang tight. All right, gang. We got about 12 minutes left, and look at this. So it's looking good off the 30 here. If we get this bullish closure here on the 30-minute, like I said, yeah, it might be very. Yeah, very strong bullish closure. We're going to form a new support here. Yeah, I'll take these buys, gang. Yeah, look for the 30-minute here. Wow, this guy did it again. I'm watching the Mets game here, Mets versus Phillies, and Francisco Lindor took it deep again, bro. 3-run shot. Crazy. All right, so we just tapped into the top of the range right here. Okay. Yeah, we check out the highs there. Looks like the next likely target will be about 34.65. 66. Okay. I'm not in yet, gang. Nope, not in yet. Yeah, Jose, this is looking like it wants to push further up here. If we're definitely getting a bullish closure here. We got 6 minutes, 30 minutes. Unless this thing flips, reflips bearish, and I don't think there's enough volume to make that happen. But I think we're gonna start moving up here. 53 was my initial target. Let's see. That's probably gonna be my move right here. I'm still gonna wait for the candle to close here, though. I would like to get a pullback and get rid of this for now. Just want to get a visual. It's tapping into that resistance level, and it's kind of respecting that here. But if this 30-minute can close above and break that, yeah, we should see a nice move up. I'm gonna need a bottom wick on the next candle. We got a little over 3 minutes left. Let's be ready. This might be the play here. Wow, the 1 hour, beautiful. Push back up. And we have to close above here though, but it's rejecting from this level here. But I still like the play though here if we can re-break the highs here. All right, we got about a minute left on this candle. All right, 20 seconds. Yeah, we're definitely gonna close bullish here. So next kind, I want to see a bottom wick. Get a bottom wick. I have some buy stops at the break of the highs here. All right, see if we get a bottom wick here, gang. All right, gang. I'm gonna have. As a matter of fact, I took my buys right here. Took my buys now. Keep the stops at the bottom of the range. 34.55 will be the TP. What happened? All right, we're in profit. There we go. Dang, that took a while to pop up. Yeah, my entry was 3438.8. 3438.8 was the entry. I took the wick entry. I'm gonna wait and see. Yeah, I was gonna wait for the break of the highs, but we opened with no top wick and kind of made a nice push back. So I took the wick entry, gave us a little bit of a better entry there. Yeah, so we're running about 10 pips in profit here, gang, right now. Now let's see. Again, we came down off the 30. Now that this closed bullish here, forming the support. Now I'm expecting gold to continue re-break the previous highs here and make a run up. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. All right, gang, 20 pips in profit. Whoa, let's see. Very nice. Very nice. All right, running about 32 pips here. Yeah, 32 pips in profit, gang. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna move my stops to BE here, gang. 32 pips in profit. Risk free. Stops at BE. I'm gonna see if we can re-break the highs here. Let's see. All right, there we go. What a move. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, we're running about 50, 52, 53 pips. Yeah, if we break the highs here, I'm gonna take partial here. See if we go back up. Excellent, gang. Excellent. Beautiful trade. Way to stay patient. Let the candles print. And when our playbook setup presents itself, then we execute, right? Let me get rid of this line here. Yeah, we're break even already at this point. So we're going to take out these highs. If we take out the highs, I'll take partials. That should be at about 60 pips. Got my finger on the trigger here. Yeah, we tap that line, I'm taking partials. That's 60 pips. A little bit more of a push. I want to take out those previous highs. Almost 4 pips away. Where we get? Come on, go. All right, boom. All right, took partials there. Closed partials here at 60 pips. And I closed 80% of my position. I got a small runner going here. And yeah, 60 pips, gang. Beautiful trade, gang. Beautiful trade. Way to stay patient. There we go. Jeez. My laptop is acting up today. I don't understand this thing. Move this. Right. Just everything, I'll move it. All right. Beautiful. All right. Close partials at 60 pips, gang, and I got a runner here. Beautiful. Let me get rid of this line here. I don't need it anymore. Yeah, look at that. We're running now. Let's see if we run up. What's the total TP up here? Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, there's about 162 pips at the full TP. Wow, look at this running. Look at this running. It's running almost 100 pips right now. It's 90, about 80. 86 pips right now, gang. 86 pips. 130. No, it's running. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, 100 pips. Yeah. So it just hit 100 pips right there at that wick on that runner. Beautiful trade, gang. Beautiful. Gang, if you took this trade, throw a W in the chat. If you took this trade with me, you stayed patient. If you were with me the whole way through and waited for the setup, right? Look at that move. 100 pips tapped, 60 pip partials, and we got this runner running up here. It's 160 pip TP. Let's see if we're gonna run up all the way to the top. Beautiful. We got about 110 pips and I'm sorry, 101 pips. Yeah, nice trade. Nice trade. Yo, fluidity. Yeah, we got this nice setup here. Got this beautiful setup off the 30-minute time frame, gang. I gave you guys the entire breakdown prior to taking the trade, what I was anticipating, what I was looking for, and yeah, and everything played out. And when our playbook setup is there, as I always say, we execute. This thing is running up, gang. 120 pips, gang. 120 pips and counting. 130 pips. Let's hit that TP. All right, let's hold it here and see. Let's see if it's a full TP, 162 pips. $120. Give me one second. All right, I close a quick partial here as well. Close another half of my runner here. Yeah, it's almost at it, but yeah, I got about 10% of my position running here. A full TP, but yeah, I closed another one at 120 pips, so close another partial. All right. Yeah, we're break even now, but yeah, I close about 90% of my position. So I got a very small runner here just to see if it hits full TP here. But yeah, beautiful trade, gang. Beautiful trade, gang. If you haven't taken partials, secure some profits, gang. Secure some of that profit. And yeah, you can always leave a runner, but secure something. I remember right around this level here, it tapped, what was the high here? 34.53. Yeah, so that's about that weekly trend line that I was talking about earlier when I started the stream, looking at that weekly trend line that I drew up there, and that's where it would have tapped. So let's just make sure that we secure something, because this thing could just reflip from here and start driving down. But yeah, we made our bag, gang. Amazing trade, gang. Fluidity, this thing is running up, my brother. You're in solid profits, bro. Yeah, congratulations, bro. That's amazing. All right, gang. Let's see. We're gonna hit that TP. We came very close. Kind of pull back now, but again, locked in serious profits here. What an amazing trade, gang. Hey, gang, type in those W's in the chat if you took this trade with me. And yeah, we made a bag, and now it's starting to come back up. Let's see if we hit the full TP here on the runner. It could have been the buy stop at the break of the highs, but when we opened it, it kind of made a nice body toward the downside with no top wick. That's what triggered me to react, right? We react to what we're seeing, and sometimes you have to be quick on the trigger, right? So once we pulled down, I took the entry before the break of the highs there, because I was anticipating this candle. Not only did it close strong bullish, but we opened with no top wick, eventually flipping to make a top wick here. So that was our entry down here, and yeah, we rode it all the way up. All right. Right now it's running about 120 pips as well, so more or less there. So this is where I closed the other half of my run. Yeah, but W trade, gang, W trade. And yeah, another bag. Another bag on the live stream. Beautiful. The all-time high for gold as well. The all-time high. We had a 15-minute closure here. Beautiful closure on the 15th. Breaking this resistance now, so we confirm now this thing might make a bottom wick and then flip, and we should continue. Once we re-break the 15 highs there, we should hit target. Let's see if we can break that. Oh, there we go. We broke the highs. We should tap. We should hit full TP here, gang. Ooh. All right, we re-broke the 15 highs. Let's see. We're gonna a little bit more of a push, but let's see. This thing could flip all the way back down. All right, come on. Come on, Goldie, Goldie. All right, almost there on this 30-minute. Oh, TP hit for me right here, gang. Full TP just smacked 162 pips right on the nose, gang. Beautiful. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gang, what can I say? Big W. Big W here, 162 pips at full TP. Amazing trade. Amazing trade. All right, gang, it's a perfect way to call it here. So I'm calling it. That's it for me tonight. Made my bag. I hope you guys made your money as well. And not only that, got some knowledge as well. You know, this time we shared going over the charts and you know, kind of understanding price action here and why we took the buy and how I executed that trade. If you didn't get a chance to catch that, you can always rewind the stream and take a look. But gang, that was it. That was the playbook setup, and we took this whole ride up, 162 pips profit, and that's all for tonight, gang. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Fluidity, Jose Trades, Shorty, Tony. Appreciate you guys, and yeah. For my platform members, we will be trading the New York session tomorrow morning. We don't have any major news coming in, so it should be a pretty standard day tomorrow. Yeah, everyone have a blessed, safe night. Hope everybody gets some good rest, and hopefully we'll get at it tomorrow. All right? Everyone have a great night. God bless, and thanks for tuning in. Peace out.